Hello, we are your hosts. I'm Sean Calhoun, and this is my lovely wife.
I'm Christina Calhoun.
And today we're going to be talking about temporary housing, the best temporary housing solutions. All right. And the reason why we're talking about this is because, you may need it for a couple reasons. Let's just say your home sells really fast, right? You may need a temporary housing solution. Or there are tons of other reasons why you might need a temporary home solution. Okay, your lease came up quick. Whatever the case is, we're going to drop it on you right now. But before we get into it, Christina, tell the folks a little bit about us.
If you want to get in touch with us, we welcome your questions. So please put them in the comment section. Also, you can check out our other training videos that we have on prettyhomeacademy.com, and you can reach out to us there as well.
That's right. Or, hey, you can find us. We're on YouTube, Instagram, as well as other social media, Facebook, all that good stuff, okay?
So, Sean.
Yeah. What's up?
What do I do? I sold my house, and I don't have the other one ready to move into yet. What do I do?
That's messed up.
And this actually comes up a lot because the way things are going.
Right. You stress out.
Yes.
You are going to, have remorse. But that doesn't, right? That doesn't have to be the case.
Right.
There are some awesome solutions. So let's get into the first one. The first solution is probably the most obvious one. You're going to want to get into a temporary housing solution, more so known as a month-to-month lease. Okay, you want to get into a month-to-month lease. So you can do this with an apartment building, and just flip into the other screen for me, Christina. You can do this with an apartment building, or sometimes, very rarely, you can even get a home if you maybe know someone. Like an actual house, and do a month-to-month lease. So that basically means, hey, I want to rent this place for 30 days or lease it for 30 days. And then after that, I'll renew it as needed. Now, this is obvious, but it's not the easiest. Sometimes it's a little difficult to do that because most of the time, if you're talking about an apartment, that property manager has been trained to get people into long-term leases. So that's what's going to be their goal. And just so you know, if you're going to get a month-to-month, sometimes there's a premium on it. So you might have to pay a little bit more. That's quite often the case.
And you still have to provide a security deposit.
That's right. You still have to provide a security deposit. And another thing that you have to consider is, when you move into that apartment, nothing's going to be there, right? There's no furniture. There's probably the cable isn't hooked up. You got to go through doing all of these things. So these are some things. That's the most obvious one. That's what most people tend to do. But we have more solutions for you.
Yes.
Christina, what else can we do?
Another option, especially if it's going to be for like a short-term time period, is a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice because you don't have to do any of those other things. You don't have to set up cable. All hotels have Wi-Fi. So if you're needing internet access, it's all taken care of.
Might even get a swimming pool.
That's right. But that tends to be a little expensive, especially since it doesn't have a kitchen. You're going to be eating out for every single meal.
Mm-hmm.
So it is an option.
Yeah.
But
it might actually be good in some cases. Let's just say the gap of time is just a few days.
Or 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's not a long period of time where you need to get into a lease like that, a full 30-day lease with security deposits and things like that. It is a great solution, possibly, depending on the case and the time.
Yes.
Anything else you add to that?
Nope.
All right. What else we got? Now, this one is not the most obvious. This is a very beautiful and elegant solution that has become more recently available. And what are we talking about?
We're talking about an Airbnb. So you can basically get a furnished home and not have to move all your furniture twice, not have to hook up cable, internet. Most of them supply that.
Yeah.
And you've got a kitchen so you can cook your own meals. And what you could do with your furniture is just get a pod once you're moving out of the house that you sold and have the pod company store it until you do find the other house that you're going to buy and just have it shipped over.
Right. And just to add on to that, a great thing about the pod, you can use this for any of these solutions. So again, a pod is kind of like a temporary structure. Okay. It's basically, I don't know if you've seen a storage container. It's a fancy looking storage container, and you can have a mover. They'll deliver it right to your home, to your driveway of the home, maybe that you're selling. You can have the movers or yourself load it up, put everything in it, and you can use multiple ones if you need more space. They'll close it up, and like Christina said, they'll either move it to your new place, they'll move it to a storage unit, they'll move it wherever you want until you're ready, and then boom, they can put it right there and you're good to go. So it is a great solution as well. And this has been really effective for a lot of our clients. They're really happy with that.
Another advantage to an Airbnb is that you don't need a security deposit. And the longer you stay, the cheaper it tends to be per month. Whereas with the short-term lease or the month-to-month on an apartment, they charge you more to do it short-term.
Right. It's actually created for short-term stay. Like that's its intent. And so there's others outside of Airbnb as well. There's other vacation homes that we've actually stayed in. There are other different companies.
Yeah.
But that style of temporary travel homes, that's going to be a really great solution. So check it out. Don't worry. Okay. If you are a home seller, these are some solutions that are great for you. If you're like, hey, this is the right time to sell, boom, you can still make your move. And if you're a real estate agent and you're like, man, I just need some solutions for my customers, these are some possible solutions. There are more great tips on prettyhomeacademy.com. So make sure you check it out. And
thanks for
next
watching.
time, that's right. Thanks for watching.